Just quickly, as you look back at 2019, what was the biggest surprise for you in terms of the big outperformance of this sector that we saw?
Yeah, I mean, as you already mentioned AMD, which had a banner year, but the chip equipment companies, the companies that make the machines, that make the chips, that supply Samsung, Intel, and all of those, they obviously did extremely well. And that was kind of a rebound for those guys, which had been thought of as just these dusty industrial companies. And now they're suddenly technology companies again, and everybody loves them. And obviously they made it to that list.
We had shown a chart earlier of, you had mentioned AMD, up 148%, up 300%. Are they always this volatile where, especially around earnings season, you get these big wild swings? Are they expected to remain as volatile?
Yeah, I mean, in the past, a down year would be losing money, right? And a good year, everything expands rapidly, the margins go shooting up. Bad year. What the bet is this time, at least according to what they've been saying and investors have been, in theory, believing, is that the worst of the swings are over, that of course there'll be up and down years, it's still cyclical, but the worst of the amplitude is over.
We've been talking a lot all year, pretty much on this program, about the race for 5G, AI, autonomous vehicles. Is that behind the demand that we saw for some of these chip companies?
It's behind the perceived demand. So basically investors are making a bet that when 5G gets switched on properly in 2020, when we get closer to cars that actually drive themselves, that yes, there'll be a massive demand for these enormously complicated parts, and that has the knock-on effects. So buy the equipment makers now, because they're making the machines that are going to be put in the factories next year that will make the chips that will be in those devices. So it's a long bet that's being made. At the moment, no, we're not seeing a huge swell in demand, no.